So those are your pretty much your basic guards, and now that I've started on wards, I'll continue into those. All right. This gets into another guard. What it is it's called the crown. Extended. Now what good does this do, right? Well, this is a fully extended thing. It's like, your sword is your shield. Need you again. Just straight down attack. Cut. All right. I've interposed my blade between his stick. Now go ahead and hit me. Press down. He can't. Why? Because I've got him locked up right here on my crossguard. However, since I've got him locked up, I've got free play of my blade. I can come in at any angle and chop him however I want.
I'm not really sure how I can get away from that.
No, that's a ward. It's a specific way of cutting, and this is how you should cut. Because the cut isn't just a swing. There's a technique to it. So you're cutting and blocking at the same time. What you do is you pass through that crone as you cut. You thrust those hands forward as you torque the blade. So it's almost like you're punching, but while you're punching, you're using that lever to make your strike. So it looks like that. Now, this can be done any which way. Right now I'm just showing you the downward. I can also thrust forward and cut up. Doesn't matter which way you go. I can cut straight across. Make sense? All right. And this is where your guard becomes your attack. And we're crossing the line from actual defense into defense attack. Need you again. Now, if I cut through the crone, but I cut that horizontal plane, this is a cut called the Zwerchhau, the thwarting cut. It's cut horizontal, just cut down, cut. What I've done is I've stopped his blade cold. It doesn't matter how much he pushes on that. I've still got his ear, the whole side of his head, locked out. He can't do crap against that. Which sucks for him, awesome for me. I have killed him, and then I can take whatever awesome pose I want. Look good. Right? Right? I'm awesome, I just killed that guy. So, what you do is, and it doesn't matter which direction you cut, because there are 8 directions. I wish I had a... It's pretty much just that star asterisk.
Yeah.
8 directions, vertical, horizontal, your 2 diagonals, and then rising diagonals. With the Japanese sword, with a single-edged sword, that's 8, because you only have 1 edge to your blade. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, show it. Show it.
Oh God, this is terrible. Because I haven't been practicing. I've been on the...
No, it's fine.
So.
You got your straight down.
Down.
Now you got your horizontal.
Here.
Yep. Then your 2 diagonals. Diagonals up too.
Okay.
Right. So 8 directions that you can cut. With a double-edged blade, such as the long sword, you have the straight 8, right? But you also have a backhand strike. You've got another edge on the blade, so you get that reverse cut, which that rising cut doesn't do jack crap. However, if you cut middle, like that, you get a backswing. Cut diagonal, you get a backswing.
I got a question. Is there any
close.
practicality to backhand? Like, backhand?
Like this?
Yeah.
I've seen it, and I find it a little slower because your tip is constantly disengaged.
Yeah.
You don't have a threat. I'm not threatening you. Turn that tip around. It's a little more threatening, right?
Yeah.
She wants to take a step back. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's a little drizzly. That's
I don't
okay.
care. And fortunately, that thing is waterproof.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with length. However, again, there are always exceptions to the rule in swordsmanship and attacking. What if I just raise it up like that?
Yeah.
Then I've got that tip engaged. I've got a brace against my arm, so even if she cut down, she can't cut through that. That's that hanging guard. This time braced with my arm, which is awesome. Makes it a lot stronger. And then you're still set up for that thrust. I'm not going to hurt you. I know exactly how long this is.
I know you do, but...
You're just leery.
Yes.
You don't trust me yet.
It's instinct. You're not supposed to just stand there when the sword's coming at you.
Pretty much.
Yep. So, you get your 8 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that rising cut isn't jack crap, so I usually do 7. Now, you got your 2 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I think you just did a bunch of them.
I was making sure I was trying to get horizontal, vertical, diagonal, down, diagonal, up. Now, you might be asking, why would you want to do a backhand strike? It's obviously weaker, it's not as strong. It's also faster at times. We're going to do that, lock it up.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and just, like you struck, which you would slide down. Hey, you slide all the way down. Okay, what we're going to do, you're going to cut at me,
Okay.
and then we're going to stop, okay?
All right.
Cut! There, that's what I was looking for. Now, why would I want to cut with the back edge of my sword? Because it locks out her blade as I bring it down. Whack, whack, whack. It's pushing it to the outside, and that is that threatening guard, right? All I did was go from here to there, through that. And there's a lot you can do with the cross guard, which is why I prefer the European sword over the Japanese. Japanese have a guard too, but I don't have an example of it. It's just a, it's a disc, right?
Yeah, little disc.
It's basically a wall. You can't do a whole lot with it. You don't get that manipulation. It'll defend your hands pretty well.
Not with a kendo.
Yeah, not with a kendo sword, but it'll keep that from sliding down onto your hands. This is a little more difficult. Obviously, you don't have anything on either side, so you can receive strikes to your knuckles. It kind of sucks if you're not blocking right. But if you're blocking right, you're rotating it, you're catching it differently. So you're using that cross guard to stop the blade instead of just receiving. Also, you don't want to be receiving just passively. You want to be moving toward your opponent, toward them, to use a ward. If she cuts at me, I'm not just going to block it. Just cut. Right? Or I could just cut again. Ah, I stopped her blade. I'm alive. But I don't have any kind of advantage. Right now we're just locked up. I can't do too much. But if I take the advantage, if I take the initiative, and I meet her blade aggressively, then I'm able to do more. Right? So make sure you're choosing what happens. You're not just block, 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 block. Block!
What about if you're trying to wear them down? Would that be a good strategy or not?
No, because eventually they're going to get through your defense and die, and you will die. You got to take that initiative. You got to be on the attack.
All right.
And that's the essence of the ward, is you're taking away their initiative and turning it into your own. They will have to defend your ward, or they will die. That puts them on the defensive immediately. It's not 1, 2, it's just 1. I'm so paranoid. So, that's all just blade work. From a certain distance, you know, right about here, right? Well, what if you find yourself really up close? What if after you strike, you're here? Oh, that was in the eye. You don't have to press so hard every time. I'm not going to hurt you. I swear.
Go midnight.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to come and you're here. So what do you do from here? There are certain things that you can do. You can start manipulating your blade and getting hooks and locks. And moving around from here. Or you can turn it and get that angulation. You can disengage and come around. That's what I should have done when she started pressing really hard, was just take all that energy, redirect it off to the side. So that's what happens if your opponent is going really hard, really strong, they're pressing back. Don't press back. You're just going to waste your strength. Just take it, turn it around. All right.
Try not to get it in your eye.
Yeah, try not to get whacked in the face. Yeah, so, distances. Right now, we're outside of each other's kill zone. This is called getting to the fight. There are 3 distances. And then, a little step forward. We're within killing distance. 1 more step forward, and we're close distance. And if we get any closer than that, we're going to be wrestling. Which is fine. You can wrestle. You put it together. Hopefully you're stopping her blade. You want to know where their blade is at all times. You don't want to just be here and not have any control over where they are. You want to be able to feel that pressure, know what's happening, because if they decide they're going to take their blade away, go ahead and disengage your blade. You want to be able to stop that. So, what you're seeking is that contact. From here, that's why you put that sword out in front of you, is you're seeking to know where their blade is. So cut. I know where her blade is. I'll know by the pressure or movement of her sword what she's planning on doing. If you took your blade and just whacked me with it, I would be able to feel your blade leave mine. Go ahead. And I would be able to act accordingly. Now we've reestablished that contact. We got that movement there. So, if she decided she was gonna, I don't know, hit me with the butt of the sword. Shit. I'd be screwed, right? But I would be able to feel it coming, so maybe I could do something. And don't think just because it's a sword that you have to use the blade. No part of this weapon was created in vain. If we go together and we're up here like this and we're really high and all I want to do is pop her in the face, I could do that. That's why they made this thing. That's why it's still called pummeling somebody, right? The pommel. Or, if we're here and I'm doing some Navenhood or something, cut. I can use that. I can use that cross. I can control her blade like that. Give it a 10. I could actually strike with the pommel. Just toss it. That causes a lot of damage. You're more likely to concuss somebody, especially a guy in armor. Just whacking them with that. Wham! Yeah, it happened. I got it on video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also, don't think just because you injure somebody that the fight's over. This isn't tag combat, because when you're fighting somebody, a lot of times, especially with adrenaline and things going, they don't feel the attack. So if I'm sitting here and I whack her, she might keep fighting me. So I have to be able to keep fighting after that.
Yeah.
If you're going to be sparring or something, it's fine to stop after an attack if that's what you're doing. If I get a good clean hit on her, you can stop after that. Or you can make it a little more realistic, get that hit, and then you have to fight your way out and wait for that person to bleed to death.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Because a lot of times they're not going to stop. Even if you jam your sword through somebody's chest, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't kill you. They're sitting there, they got their blade sticking out of their chest, and they're like, oh my god, but they still can do this.
I'm going down with a fight.
Yeah, they can still kill you. So you have to be able to get out after that.